Okay, all right. Good morning, guys. Oh, it's good to be alive. It's good to be alive. A warm welcome to everybody that's tuning in this morning. Tandy, I agree with you there, darling. Happy Wednesday to everybody. We've officially survived Monday and Tuesday. And we have the FOMC coming up today. So, yes, let's see if they are as optimistic as what we are. Yeah, guys, remember you can sign up and you can start your journey today with us here at TD Markets. We have our support team. You can reach at care@tdmarkets.com. You can also use our contact number there if you'd like to chat to not an AI, a prompted voice, but it's humans behind it. Not that there's anything wrong with AI. We know it has some fantastic benefits there, yeah. But you can get hold of our support team if you'd like to chat to them. Before we get started with this one, remember the information we discuss here, traders, is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. Tanya, I see you. Good morning to you. I'm ready to go. It's 9:32 here. We are obviously waiting for some of the guys to oil up nicely as well. It's that morning machine freeze that might get some of the guys. But we know in summer and spring it's going to be a little bit different, yeah? All right. Apele, I see you there. Morning. All right, we're about to get started here, guys. Just another couple of seconds. Let's just make sure all is well. All right. Intel, I see you there. Good morning. All right. You guys ready? I'm ready. It's Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday morning, sorry. That's why I tell you. I keep telling you, it's the morning freeze. It's the morning freeze. Tanya, you ready? Oh my word. That's the morning freeze, right? It's the morning freeze. Oh, that's hilarious, man. All right, I see you. Yeah. There we go. All right, all you good people. Warm welcome, man. A warm welcome. We ready to dig in? We know that the FOMC is here. Thank you, Intel. I'm happy to see there's quite a bit of laughter roaming around in the community. That's good. That's what we love to see. All right. So, guys, we have a meeting here. We have some discussions happening here. You and I, we have to talk. We're seeing quite a bit of development here, and I love that we have 4 meetings every year. Yes, Apila, let's get to work. And 100%. This is what we do, right? I love that. Let's get to work. That's it. So we have a meeting here, and we need to discuss a couple of stuff, a few points that we've been checking out, and it's coming out nicely here. Keela, I see you. Brett, I see you there. Yeah, no, look, guys, I cannot go on with the morning without welcoming all the family members. Yeah, I think that's important. I think that is something that, even although I want to go, but yeah, let's just allow some of the guys to come on and greet. All right, we all family here. Medline, I see you there, my friend. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Let's see if there's anyone else. Show a brother some love early, this early morning. Tabatso, early this morning, show a brother some love there. Remember I mentioned something about the algorithm there. Somehow the love and the interaction somehow does that. I don't know if I should be asking it or if it should be natural. I don't know, guys. I'm just going with my gut here. All right. So, good morning. Show brother some love. I'm showing you love, so show me some love back here. Yeah. All right. Winning team. I agree with you. And we've had some mad movement here, right, Brett? We've had some mad movement here, and the movement is spot on with our analysis, which is scary but wonderful at the same time. All right, guys, I think let's push. Let's maybe start it off. It's midweek. We know that we have the FOMC coming out tonight. We'll be priming it nicely. We've got 4 sessions today. The guys that are joining for the first time, just give us a chance. Give us a try. Yes, stick with us for a couple of weeks. You'll see that you will fit right in. All right. We want to prime the meetings here, all 4 of them today, with some very important information. We'll be looking at it's not okay. All right, Tato, thank you very much for confirming, my friend. So I'll just continue to ask. We want to prime our sessions with setups, and so we want to make sure that you guys know what we're doing. You guys already know that we are giving detailed information and levels and areas so that we walk together for the day. All right. Let's maybe start it off with maybe mentioning 3 things here this morning, and then we will let this one unfold during the day. Firstly, the US. All right. They launched new airstrikes on Iran. They attacked more of the ships in the strait. And because of that, excuse me, this has increased a lot of the market and, market uncertainty, and it's pushed traders into the safe haven assets like the US dollar. So we're going to see that happen, this morning when we get to the gold price. And again, guys, I told you about the natural movement of commodities, and you're going to see it on display this morning. All right. And because of the Strait, guys, of Hormuz being a major oil shipping route, obviously the fears of that supply disruptions have secondly pushed the oil prices higher. Now, Brett, what did we chat about yesterday? We said we're seeing an uptick of oil coming, isn't it so? I said to you guys, past that 74 mark there, we're looking at price going to the $81 a barrel. Now, watch this, guys. We're going to go to the charts and we're going to look at those 2 things first. We're going to look at gold first this morning, and then we're going to look at the oil price this morning first. We're going to start this. So first we're going to do gold, and then we're going to do the oil price. Okay, we're going to do gold and the oil price. If you're here for the first time, track with us. You can ask the guys in the chat facility, ask the guys in the community. You will fit right in. Just give this community a couple of weeks. Be consistent like the guys here, and we can guarantee you are going to fit right in. All right. There's no dictatorship over here. All right. There is a community here. All right. And we are very, very open to hear what our guys have to say. All right. So let's start it off with gold. Good people. Now, we had an interesting talk about gold yesterday, right? I mentioned to you guys I got out of gold because what it did was it pushed. Remember, that was my breaking point. And I said to you guys, if price goes above there, I'm going to get out because it's uncertain with the FOMC. Price can shoot up again. All right. But then I also, in the same breath, said to you, what the commodities tend to do is they create lows and then they don't respect the highs. And then that's exactly what happened. Look what happened after that. Boom. It tanked down. Look at that. Are we together? It literally tanked down. And now we're seeing price move down even lower. So I am now on the side of where I was in the beginning, that we are still seeing some downside here with gold, guys. I have a blue line there, and I'm going to be using this blue line and the black lines throughout all my sessions. God willing, I'll be able to do it consistently. And you guys know, remind me if I don't have it there, okay? And the reason for that is that blue line there, I will use as a entry line for myself, okay? Now, bear in mind, that line doesn't need, well, it's not applicable for everyone. Remember, we don't offer advice. That's Ash's entry line. Now, Ash's entry line can't be controlled by Ash, all right? That's just where I'm seeing 4109. I'm seeing a short over there. And what he's giving me, that it's already gone below that one and it's corrected. And now if we go and close below there again and the price reclaims that area, that's my zone to enter. And I'm going to be looking at 4057 on gold. Now, gold is trading around this $4,100 per ounce. Normally, you'll find that geopolitical tension supports gold, but expectations of, the higher US interest rates are limiting, further gains to the upside. No, Brett, it's actually a adjusted one, and I'll tell you why. That's a good question. It's an adjusted line because of what gold did yesterday. I had to adjust it now. Okay, I had to adjust it because of what gold did yesterday. If gold did not push up, like we said that it just doesn't respect highs. It just does not respect highs. So if it respected highs, which, I would have kept it exactly the same. Excuse me, but this is an adjusted line. Okay, so 4109, that is what I'm looking at right now. So if a 5-minute, a proper candle can close and reclaim here, I'm talking about a nice long candle. If I don't find it on the 5, I'm going to look on the 6. I'm going to look on the 10. I'm going to look for any time frame, all right, in the minutes here for good, long, closing, confident candle below 4109. I'm taking my short over there. That's what I'm going to be doing, okay? We are also reminding the guys of the meeting with the FOMC or the FOMC minutes. We're expecting a lot of movement, all right, later tonight. We're just expecting it. And so we're going to have to wait. Even although I want to take the short, I'm taking it with that knowing that there will be reaction. I'm just seeing just too much of the downside right now. And I'm not going to waste any time in waiting for the minutes. I'm going to get in. And hopefully when the minute comes out, the reaction moves in my way. I know if it was a pure technical chart without any fundamentals, the probability of it pushing down cleaner would have been there. But unfortunately, the FOMC is happening, and there is a split between the gold price and the interest rates, because the interest rates are looking to be hiked further. And so that increases the strength of the dollar because there's a higher yield. And so the guys move into the safe haven dollar there for support. All right, I think that's a very important one. Then, and guys, again, at midday, just so you do know, I'll be giving the commentary at the end of the session to tell you what I'll be doing. So between the ending of this session and midday, by the time I start at midday and you see that I have a trade in here, you would have known why I went into the trade. That's important. All right, so that's on the gold side. I have 4109.17 as my entry. That's where I want to get in. Okay. And then let's now go to the oil price. Now, check this one out here. This is what we did yesterday. All right. I know there's some guys that can remember this. All right. Let me just, before I go on, your level on blue line is 4100, right? And so Tabatso Monday 4060. I adjusted that to 4057. So it's, let me do this. I'll do this for you. Okay, I'll do this for you. Just so you can see what Ash is looking at, 4057. And then this one here is at 4109.17. There we go. That is, so it's not far from the 4060, Tabat. All right. And I'm happy that you put that down. It's good, guys. I love the fact that you're following like this. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely stunning. So it's not far off. But yeah, so 4109.17 and 4057. Guys, these adjustments have been made because oil did what? It moved above our level that we didn't want it to. And it came down, so I adjusted. Okay. And that's what happens in trading, guys. You have to adjust. You have to adjust. Okay. So there's about, yeah, there's quite a bit of distance here. Very nice. It's a very nice move here to the downside. Look at that. All right. There's a lot of divergence there. Absolutely stunning. All right. You're welcome, T. All right. Let's go to that oil price, guys. The oil price, we checked it out. You guys know I had this here on yesterday. Discussed it, said to you guys that when we looked at the oil price and it fell tremendously here, we said, I mentioned to you that at some point we are going to have to retrace. All right, we're going to have to retrace. And you can see right now the retracement has started. I am gunning for $81 a barrel for now. And that's it for now. I'm not, although I have 100 or the $93 a barrel in sight, I've only put it there as a guiding light. It's not something that I'm looking to go into immediately. And what I've done here, I've also put in a buy limit order. I put a buy limit order in here because I'm anticipating oil to drop down and give me a correction here first. Although there's a lot of divergence. Look at all this divergence here. All right. Look at that. A lot of divergence. I'm not anticipating oil to shoot up immediately. Oil likes to take its time. All right, I'm seeing Kile there. And so for gold, so Kile, maybe just so you do know, I'm not sure if you've been in our classes before. We've always taught the guys that, having a TP is nice. A TP is a great guiding light to where you anticipate price to go. Okay. Now, your take profit level will not always be accurate. I'll tell you why. Because even if I enter at 41, if I want to enter at 4109, it does not mean when I click sell, I'm going to get 4109.17. Your stop loss, all right, if you're going to be working out your stop loss at your entry, it has to be specific. But because of spread, when you enter your sell, you're not going to get 4109.17 unless you do a pending order. So if I say to you, my stop loss is at 4139.86, it's too specific. You can't work it out like that. A stop loss area should be a zone. It should be a zone, okay? Now, a zone is where price has already left. And for price to go back to this area here 3 times, there's a very, very big chance that it will not go back there for a 3rd time. It's gone once, it's gone twice. If it goes back there 3 times, then you know it's extremely uncertain, all right? But according to structure, how structure works, you're not going to see price, especially something that is traded like gold. I'm talking about something that's really traded. Excuse me, that's very popular. It generally doesn't go back to a specific area so often because it needs to move. It's a all moving asset. It's not like your exotic pairs or your less traded instruments. There's less liquidity in them, so they stay at certain levels very long. They touch certain levels very, very, for long periods of time. But when you get moving assets like the major pairs and so forth, their movement is smoother. So for gold to go back for the 3rd time, it's highly unlikely. If it does, it just means it's very uncertain right now. So you can't work out a stop loss if your entry is, example, not at 4109. So let's say price comes down here, closes. I don't know how far the candle is going to close. So these are all guiding lights to you as traders. I hope you guys are hearing that, Brett, because that question is important from Kile. Tanya, Tabatso, Teedo, all the guys that is actually joining here, all right? These are guiding lights. So what you do is, if you want a very specific stop loss, I'm going at market execution. I'm not doing a pending order here. Okay, there's no pending order. If I put a sell limit in here, sell stop, sorry, price can trigger, and then my stop loss will be very specific. But right now, I can't say that this is exactly where my stop loss is going to be at 4145. But I'll be watching these highs here very carefully once I'm in the trade. I'll be watching this area very closely once I am in the trade. Okay. Okay. Okay, got you. There we go. All right. But the exit for you, Kile, that I can be a little bit, more specific with that 457.49. So I will exit anywhere, either 457 or maybe over here, anywhere where I'm seeing candle activity. You see, exiting there is different from exiting here. Price has shown me that it's been moving here, so it will hover here a little bit. And so I will exit where I see candle activity. All right, I'll exit where I see candle activity. Fortunately for myself and T, guys, for myself and T, we know that there are many of our students that may not have the luxury that we do to, be on the charts. Some of our students, they really are busy, and they can't. That's why they obviously have those stop losses and so in place. But what you can do is maybe make time, maybe every every hour, or look at 15-minute periods. Just go into your smartphone. That's the nice thing about having the MT5 setup on your smartphone, and then you just check, more or less where it is, and you can still make a decision like that as well. All right, it's absolutely possible. But I love the question because look at Tabatso. They're also getting some information. Exactly. I love the question. All right. Thanks, Kile. Okay. So guys, maybe quickly navigating back to oil. We were together here when we said we are anticipating oil to push to the upside. Now, it's as clear as daylight, guys. All right. Oil is, at this point in time, we can see it's now above the $74 a barrel. I know there's guys that they're gonna go in now. I'm waiting for it to just to push down just a little bit. There's a lot of divergence that's pushing it down first. So I'm going to get in around $74 a barrel, or at least that's the aim. That's what I would like to do. But if it fails to get down to 74 and it starts hovering around here and then pushing up again, I'll probably just start buying from that area. So I'm first waiting to see. It's now clearing this entire area here. Let me go in there. So it's beginning to clear all of this. So if it comes in here, stops there, and it starts pushing up again, I'll probably buy. All right. But the ideal price for me is right here. So here I have a buy limit. So based on Kile's question, this would be a specific one, or a specific way for me now to give that specific stop loss. Does it make sense? So I'll give that to you guys at midday. I just want to see what happens from now up until midday, and then I'll get back to you on that. But what I'm targeting here as a light is around 81.964, and you can see it is around the areas where the oil price fell. So I'm not using fantasy levels. I'm using real levels where price touched. And that's important because, I believe T also mentioned it in his sessions, that it's important to find price at the levels where it was previously. That means there was reaction. And what reaction am I referring to? From there, the reaction was not down just once. No, the reaction was from there to there. That was the reaction. When price pushed down below this 81.964, this was the entire reaction. So I'm expecting above 74 to give me a reaction. That's what we mean by reaction. Are we together, guys? That's what I mean by reaction. I'm not speaking about the high and then a small. No, I'm referring to the move. It moved, it reacted via a move from there to there. So now I'm expecting the same thing. I'm expecting the same thing. And when price broke out, it went back and retested. So it broke out. I'm anticipating a retest. Don't forget, guys, what's important. Price moves in patterns. This is patterns, guys. All right. It's cyclical. So we know now it's about $74 a barrel. It's moving in the direction that we had anticipated. That correction. It's up more than 5% this week. And we do know that higher oil prices increase inflation because fuel and transport obviously become more expensive. And if the oil continues rising, then central banks like today may keep interest rates higher for longer. So which means the oil price going up today, we then most likely to see that the FOMC meeting minutes stays as is. The increase in percentage that they're going to hike those rates may increase tonight. That means we might just get a stronger dollar. And if we get a stronger dollar, we're going to see gold tank down to that 4057 level. All right. Which is where we now have a off ramp onto the next discussion, which is fantastic. It's the major pairs, and we're watching them very closely. We got the Euro USD, the AUD USD, the GBP USD. We got the USD Swiss franc as well. So let's maybe start off with the AUD USD. Now I'm still in the AUD USD. You can see I'm still in here. It's also still in its safe zone. I'm still in there. What I actually did was here, I actually entered at a lower area. I was over here. I was somewhere over there. So what I actually did was I exited that a couple of cents as a loss, and I entered a little bit lower there when I saw price started recovering. So I'm in the AUD USD now. And what's important for us to understand is that if the FOMC meeting minutes comes out, all right, price might just come down a little bit more, all right, and then later on we push to the upside. Remember, this is an entire structure that is formed now on the shorter time frames here, all right. So I'm still anticipating AUD USD to push up a little bit, but with the FOMC meeting minutes, if the dollar strengthens later tonight, we may just see it first do that. Or as long as it stays within this area here, we're still looking for some upside over there. That is the AUD USD. All right. Now, what's important about that, guys, maybe just, from an Australian perspective, one must also remember the dollar is remaining under pressure. Investors obviously prefer the stronger US dollar, and markets obviously then expect Australia's central bank to keep those rates unchanged in August. That means there's still strength that can come into the Aussie. So I'm not pulling the Aussie aside and saying, listen, the dollar's going to dominate. Absolutely not, ma'am. I am waiting for the FOMC meeting minutes. And guys, it's not always that I will go into a trade when I know there's high impact news. There's times when I'll just wait out the news and see the reaction and then make the decision, okay? There's no rule book that says you have to trade the actual news exactly at that time. Can we do it? Yes, no problem at all. But if you don't have the consistency yet and perhaps the nerves are too high or too strong, it's better to rather wait it out. Okay. So those rates in Australia, seems like they're going to keep it unchanged. That's the Reserve Bank of Australia. That means there's still some strength that can come into the Aussie dollar. The Euro USD, it has dipped into that place that we had mentioned. Look at that. I drew this block for you guys at 6 o'clock, at the 6 o'clock session last night. And I said to you, this is the area where we anticipate it to dip back into, and it did this morning. So let's see now what it does. I'm still anticipating the Euro USD to rise to 1.15546. That's what I'm anticipating on the Euro USD. I actually got out of this for now. I wanted to see how far below it's going to dip. It seems like it's coming back again, but I'm not going to action anything here for now. I'm going to leave this one. This one seems to be very, very uncertain and volatile if you compare it to like the AUD USD. The AUD USD has a bit of a support that it's still forming over here, all right? The Euro USD has created a low, a lower low, a lower low. So this momentum here is a little bit to the downside, so I don't want to touch this for now. It seems like we could first be coming down here one more time there, and then we'll look to possibly go up. So I'm going to wait with the Euro USD here for now. I'm going to wait with the Euro USD for now, all right? The GBP USD is well above that 1.333 17. Do I anticipate this one to go up? Yes. But right now, I think the correction is coming first. And that's why I'm saying I'm leaving the Euro USD for now, because these two have the proclivity to move together many times. All right. So I'm going to be waiting for this one to push down one more time, and then I will start to look for some buys. I'm just waiting for one more push. All right. There's a lot of divergence at this support area here. This signals the correction to go a bit deeper. So that's why that block is there, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm leaving it as is. I'm not touching it for now. The only trade that I really, really want to get into now is that gold trade. You can see it's now approaching my 4109, and I said I'm going to use 5 minute or 10 minute. It doesn't matter what minute frame here, from between 5 and 30. I'm not interested in the 1, 2, 3, 4 here. I'm interested from 5 up. So any time frame from 5 up that gives me a fantastic, and I'm talking about a convincing candle. All right. I think, Brett, we have been over the convincing candles, right, Tanya? Taedo, I'm not sure if you were there. Tabatso, I'm not sure if you had seen that specific session where we said, listen, I want a convincing candle. I want majority of the body below the 4109. Majority. If it's a 5 minute candle that gives me that, if it's a 10 minute, if it's a 15 minute, it's okay. If it does not come on the 5, I'm ignoring it. All right. And it's easy to ignore. Guys, think of it as someone that is extremely, loud in your ear, or you trying to concentrate on something and someone is just being loud and so forth. It's very easy to ignore that kind of behavior. Well, maybe I'm speaking for myself. I probably am. Maybe there's some family members on here that might just tap the guy on the shoulder and say, buddy, listen, man, can you just Intel, thank you for thank you for letting me know that, my friend. Yeah. Look, here's a fresh tip. If it's not your children that is being impacted, or your spouse, or I just walk away. That's just to disturb your peace. But if you see your kids or your spouse, or or there's something important happening and we're seeing that now, then by all means, please tap. Intel, please tap and say, listen, relax. How do you say relax in Zulu or Sotho? I should just check it out there, yeah. But that's the tip for you here this morning on that one, yeah. So we're waiting on gold. We're waiting on gold. All right, let's quickly deal with USD Swiss franc. And guys, I'd said to you guys, USD Swiss franc here, it seems like there could be another push to the downside. See? So that's a lower high. And if price pushes down here, all I'm saying is this becomes a trade. This becomes a trade. This becomes a healthy trade. Look at that. That becomes a healthy trade to the downside. I might just take this one here. I may just take this one here. So I'm going to give you the level so you can see it. And I want you to go and do additional analysis. I'm going to say this to you guys now. Myself and T, we are obsessed with our students knowing how to analyze and understand what they are doing. It's an obsession for us. All right. And that's what the TD Academy is about. It's not so you become dependent on someone. You should never become dependent. You should be able to take this and push. Are we together? Take these levels and say, Ash, you know what? My brother, I hear you. What you gave us, it makes sense. For me, however, I want to go in earlier, man. I think there's some more space for me here because I want the tighter stop loss. So I'm gonna place my stop there. So I'm gonna go in early. There is nothing wrong with how you want to do this thing. Please understand that, guys. That's what this is about. It's independence. It's independence. All right. So Ash is looking for 0.800 50 or 0.80050. I'm looking for a convincing candle. If I can get a between 5 and 30 minutes. All right? Between 5 and 30 minutes. If I get a convincing candle down there. All right? See. Early in the morning. All right. Petunia, I see your NAS 100, and Tabats, I see your US 30. All right. Let's go there. So USD Swiss franc, we're waiting for it. All right. Let's just check that gold. No movement yet. And then we finish with the USD Swiss franc. Let's go to the US 30 and then NAS. Okay. So US 30, 52,000 as analyzed. Look at that. It's going down to the area as analyzed. Look at that. So that becomes a trade for someone. Now, what Ash is waiting for here, though, all right, Tabats, I'm waiting for this level to be broken. Then I want to go in for my short. 52,702 point. If I can get a convincing, it's a 1 hour, it would be beautiful. Below that area, I'm telling you, that looks like a beautiful. I see Isabel's loving the gold. Yeah. Yes, I'm telling you, that gold looks phenomenal. Yeah. So excuse me, Tabatso, I'm waiting for 52,702 to break, my friend. That's what I'm looking for here. All right. Do you see that? A lot of divergence there. 52,702. And I like what you said. You said you use the word convincing. All right. You use the word convincing. So to me, I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit indifferent to your statement in terms of the level we discussed. I think it is convincing, my friend. I just needed to pass 52,007. What I wanted was to see it move down from here. All right. That's what I wanted to see. All right. Now, if I can point out something to you, there's 3 tops here. There's the first top, second, and here's the third. So I'm trying to trade the third top down. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to actually trade it to 49. 49,000 would be us trading the first top. I'm not trying to trade the first top. I'm just trying to trade down with the third one. That's it. That's all we have there. All right. And then the NAS 100. All right. So NAS has not moved. It's still there. Look at this. Anticipating it to go down to 27,426. I'll be honest, guys. The reason why I'm not pro NAS this week, I'll be very, very frank with you guys. I think the AI, the chip making, just the tech stocks in general, I just think it's a bit volatile right now. In as much as people like the volatility, that's fine. I think there are certain assets that you leave alone when they're volatile, and there's assets that you trade when they're volatile. Other guys may disagree, and that's fine. That's the whole reason why businesses exist. People have different ways of doing business. All right. So if a person comes and says this is in stone, that it must be done this way, that's like you thinking that a human being is I'm saying human now, thinking that they are God. That just doesn't make sense. So to me, it's virtually impossible to look at business one way. All right. The only one way we can look at a business, everybody collectively, is that it generates revenue. That's what a business does or is supposed to do. So we can all agree with that a business should be generating revenue, but there are different ways to generate that specific revenue. And that's what I'm alluding to, is that the NAS 100, and for me right now, it needs to move away from here, but I do anticipate it getting down to the 27. Once it crosses 27, I will definitely be interested in the NAS, and then I'll get back to that one, okay? So, but US30 is looking far better. It's looking far greater. It's looking more predictable, more probable, all right, than the NAS 100. I can also, let me put on the S&P whilst we're in the neighborhood. Let me put on the S&P 500. Guys, I'm taking it nice and slow with you guys, as you guys can hear. I'm taking it very slow, guys. We want the guys to understand. We want you guys to get it. So we're not trying to rush anything here. S&P, got you there, brother. Got you. Where is it now? S&P. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to... Am I doing this wrong? Sorry, guys. Oh, it's SP. Oh, sorry. That's why. There we go. DASE. Okay. So S&P, let's check out this one here, guys. All right, but before that, hold on. Gold is, look at that, Sibel. Crypto, I'm just going to leave it for now, guys. It still has a lot of Tandi, the morning wires there. It's got the morning chills in there, all right? Yeah, NAS is a naughty one, eh? It's a naughty child, out of the bunch. All right, so let's quickly just go and just loop back quickly, guys. It's 10:10 at the moment. So gold, 4109, not there yet. AUD USD, still inside. Euro USD, we're still there. GBP USD, we're still there. USD Swiss franc, I'm gunning the 0.850. All right, and then the US30, I think we are clear on this one here. And then let's go in the NAS, we clear. It's just really consolidating. So let's look at that S&P now. And guys, I'm not going to look at the S&P from a time frame that is extremely big or high. I'm looking at it from a lower time frame, okay? Lower time frame perspective, and I'm in specificity, I'm going to be using the 1 hour. I'm going to be using the 1 hour to do this. So here's my center, which is important. That's my center right there. That's where price pushed up from, okay? That's the equilibrium. And this is something that I chatted to you guys about yesterday. All right, so this is the equilibrium right there. Price pushed from that area, created a structure. Now you can see we've already retraced 50%. Let me make this black because I told you guys I'm going to be using the theme across. And then here is the next move, possibly back to the center. All right. But what's important now is that I'm trying to find the area where price did push down. So roughly around here, we're seeing price. Hold on. I said blue, right? Okay. So let's do this now. All right. So look at this. So from there, and I'm going to a lower time frame now, just to give you context. That's where we're at. Okay, that's where we at. Lots of divergence here. The area I have for S&P 500 is 7480.12. That's it. And down to 7434.49. Okay, there we go. So that's the S&P, guys. That's what I'm looking at with the S&P. Looking nice. Look at that gold there is. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see that? Look at that. Look at the gold. Looking lacquer. Look at that. Looking nice this morning. So S&P 500, guys, that's the area 7480. It can actually bounce from where it is now. I'm waiting for price to literally just, if we can just close beneath 7480 convincingly, it's going to be a nice trade. And guys, this is intraday. Ash is not looking at all the way down here. I use the hour frame. That's why you're seeing the distance so short. And honestly, guys, honestly, it goes back to what we've been teaching our guys. If you are trading short term, if you're trading medium term, if you're trading long term, that will determine what your setup looks like. You can have a setup till here, till there. That is just a longer term. Between 7.4 and 7.2, that's a longer drop. You're going to wait longer for that to happen. All right. I mean, price alone from there to there, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. It took a whole week for price to move from there to there. Now, one of the things that the guys must understand is that you don't necessarily have to trade and wait like that. You can do it like I'm doing it now. This was 1 day. That was a 1 day move. So this can happen in 1 day. It can happen in a space of 3 hours. And that's the point that I'm trying to drive home, is that not one shoe size fits all. So please guys, don't listen to recommendations out there that it's just backed by profits. I made so much money, and good for you. It's beautiful. God bless you, man. But let's be transparent, all right? Let's be diverse here. That's what TD is for. All right, be transparent and be diverse, and not everybody's going to trade the same. That's a fact. So I'm trying to illustrate that in this way. And guys, as we do go along, I will illustrate for the guys that like to swing. I'll do some swing setup so you can see it's going to take a couple of days for that to materialize. All right, whether I'm trading it in a couple of hours or days or weeks, at TD we can do all those periods, short, medium, or long term. It doesn't matter, guys, to us. All right. Okay, so I think we're looking good here for the morning, guys. I think we started off well. Gold, I think by now you guys know. 4109, I'm looking for a convincing candle. US30, look at this. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I wanted to dip convincingly. If I can get a 15-minute below there, that's convincing. It's now down. So I'm going to wait for it. The S&P 500 is also now coming down. Look at that. Ooh, beautiful. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Look at this. So below 7480 is a convincing break. Oh, it's looking phenomenal. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting crazy here on my seat. AUD USD. You see the drop there. You see that. Look at the drop. Look at the drop there first. Look at the drop. GBP USD drop. USD Swiss franc should be coming down as well. At some point, it's going to come down. All right. Look at this. It's already come down here. So the dollar's strengthening a little bit here. There's the dollar. There's the gold now below. There's the gold below. So that's not a convincing candle. Let's look for this 10. See, it's not convincing yet. Look at that. Half of it is like above. Yeah, this is not convincing. This is going to retrace first. This is going to retrace. And guys, you can always put up a candle timer, okay, to check it out. Ooh, this is why I love morning trading as well. Gives the guys so much insight. So we've got 12 minutes left there. I hope you guys are enjoying this, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Where's the love? It should be there. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm truly enjoying it. That is a convincing candle. Oh yeah, 15 minutes. That's a convincing candle. Let's look at the 12. Convincing. Okay, now it's turned into a convincing candle. Look at that. Yes, that's a convincing candle. I just hope it doesn't drop all the way down to my level. Oh my word. Look at this. I'll have to trade the correction. Look at that. Very convincing, guys. That's a very okay, so look at this. So here's a correction. So the 6 minute broke down. Let's see, there's a bit of a correction that I'm going to go in for a sell here. Just hope it doesn't drop all the way, eh? Come on, pull back just a little bit. If you can just pull back a little bit here. If it can just pull back a little bit, it would be good. There we go. Come on. early in the morning, give us some money. Come on. Very strong. Very, very strong. Okay, I'm going to wait for this. Let's see. I think it's going to pull back. I think it's going to pull back. 37 seconds left. Let's see. 37. Let's see. 34. 29. All right, let's see here. 24, 23. Let's see where this candle closes. I want to get a sell as closest to the 4109. So Kile, this is what I was referring to. You know, this is exactly what I was referring to. It's closing beneath. Yeah, it's closing. Oh, man. Right, I've gone in. I'm gonna wait this one out here. There's the correction coming now. So let's see. From there to there, still all right, no problem. So there's the correction taking place. Now, guys, what some guys will do is they'll sell here as an example, then they'll sell again there. So this becomes a drop. They take the fib and they'll place some pending orders over there. All right, they'll place pending orders over there, 61.50 and so forth. So mine is at the 23, just to give you context, okay? It's at the 23 there. But this is definitely a convincing candle to the downside. It's absolutely, that's more than convincing. So if this one moved, let's look at US 30. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful. This is very convincing over here. All right, so some of the guys will go in now. Okay. US 30. Look at the S&P 500 here. See, why I don't like this one is because look where that candle came down. So I have to wait. I have to wait for the S&P, even though it's very nice. The oil price has shot up. Look at this. We're loving it. We're loving it. AUD USD stopping in the safe zone. Look at that. Euro USD in the safe zone. GBP not there yet. USD Swiss franc. All right, so it's just the gold and the US 30 right now. Gold and US 30 right now. Gold and US 30 right now. And I'm going to hold this one, guys. I'm not going to, I'm going to wait with the US 30. I'm just going to leave it to run, okay? The gold price I want to get out after around the 457. And then obviously the S&P 500. Yeah, this candle. Yeah, look at that. That candle is not convincing for me. 748. I'm going to wait for a short time frame candle to close well beneath that one, okay? S&P looks good, right? It does. I think I'm just going to wait a little bit, all right? So it's gold and US 30 for now. So to Kile, now your stop losses, do you see these areas here? That becomes zones now for you to watch. Because price has claimed this as a support, this is a low, this is a resistance. So if price has to go up and reclaims the 4109 and it becomes a support for price to go up, obviously you don't want to stay in the trade. But it's claimed this as a new low. You can see the new low there. Even if you go to the 5 minute, there's a new low here. By the way, we're trading the London/Tokyo session now, okay? London/Tokyo session. That's a new low there. So we're just anticipating that drop. US 30, we're still there. Really convincing here. This is a convincing candle. Look at that. Majority of it is below. Look at that. There we go. Anyone else that has agreed here, let me know. Did you guys agree? Don't you agree? Is it something that you are enjoying in terms of the levels now, guys? The levels. He wants to go down. If there's anyone that agreed, who is in profits here this morning? Who is in profits here this morning? Naz, let's look at Naz. Isabel, look at Naz now. Look at Naz. But you see, Isabel, Naz is still trapped there. You see, it's still trapped inside of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it can just, at least if it can break below 1, 2, 3, and 4. If it can just drop down a little bit further, it will be good. All right. Right, gold is still going down. USDT is going down. S&P is going down, but there's the convincing candle. There it is right there. Let's get a candle timer there. You guys see that? So there might be corrections. That's just how price is, okay? But we're anticipating price to go down. All right, so gold still going down. USDT still going down. All right. Sammy selling BTC. All right, so guys, remember, once you've made some cash for the morning, get out. There's nothing wrong with you taking your profits. There could be some corrections coming because that is the first move to the downside. Normally the first move, then you get corrections and so forth. And many guys don't want to be trapped in corrections, so they just want to get in. We didn't use a 1 minute here. You see that? We didn't use a 1 minute here. We waited for the next candle, then I went in. So the correction, if we had a convincing candle from there already, majority of the candle was above, so I had no choice but to wait for this one. Look at that. That's the challenge. I had to wait for this now. So I could only enter at that point unless I wait for the correction. But I know there's some guys that want to feel out the market and so forth. All right, so let's see how it goes. You guys do know we'll be back at midday. I'll be back at midday. I've got 3 trades. I've got gold. I've got USDT. I've got S&P 500 right now. And I'm going to be watching the same levels where I went in, 4109. I'm watching it because it broke that area. If this area gets broken, meaning you're getting an hour frame that closes above 4109. If an hour, 2 hour, and up closes above 4109, there's no use for me to stay in here because then it reclaims the zone here as a support. The same with USDT. If an hour candle closes above that area there, I can't stay in here. It's reclaimed it. This hour, we've broken it. So if the next hour goes above and closes above there, it's reclaimed it. I can't stay in. So I'm not bothered by the minute frames. I'm not bothered by the minute frames. For me, it's about the hourly frames. Where do they close for the day? Same with the S&P 500, okay? If an hourly closes above 7480, it's reclaimed it for support. So why would Ash stay in there? Doesn't make sense. All right, and that is the language all around, okay? The oil price, it looks like we are just pushing to the upside. I'm going to accept. This is part of why we want to trade live and demonstrate. Ash has to accept here now. I have to accept that I should have gotten in earlier. My buy limit, I missed it. This happened at 8 o'clock, sorry, 9 o'clock. Ash missed it. I have to accept it. Are you with me, guys? I have to accept it. All right, I have to accept it and move on. I can't force myself onto the price now because if I buy right now and the correction comes, I'm going to be sitting at that area over there, and it's a pretty long distance away. I mean, $81 versus 77. Okay. All right, guys. See you guys at midday. Again, excuse me, the 1 hour frame is what I'm checking, so please watch out for that. All right, I'll see you guys at 12. Aaron, silver hit my stop loss and dropped. Yes, accepted it. We move on. We move on, guys. It's no use. No use. All right, so 3 trades. Ash is in here. I'm doing gold. I'm doing S&P. I'm doing USDT for now. I'm watching them on the hourlies. I don't want any of the supports to be reclaimed. If there is a hour frame that closes above and it reclaims it, I will not stay in these trades. I will not stay in these trades. Right now, I am in profits, and I'm just leaving them now. All right. But I'll see you guys at midday. At midday, that's 12 o'clock. Don't be late. Don't be late. Don't be late. Don't be late. All right. Have a lekker one. Ciao, ciao.